Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Daily Video Diary. How's it going today? Today it is lovely. Look outside, it's nice and cool and raining, and I've got the windows closed, and it's bliss. I'm loving it. So yeah, I always feel, it makes me feel better when it rains outside, and I don't know why. I'm currently going through the 1,000,001 comments I've got to try and respond to everyone where applicable, I guess, where possible. I forgot to get bacon out for breakfast this morning, so I've got it out, and I'm waiting for. I'm gonna have lunch. I'm gonna have breakfast for lunch instead. Yes. So we're just waiting for that to go through. Yeah, that's all I'm doing really at the moment. I woke up. I had a lovely sleep last night. Went to bed early. Slept all the way through the night. I think alarms woke me up at 7:30. I was just like, this is great. And I've got up and got ready and all that kind of crap. And yeah, I'm just having. I'm in a writey kind of mood today. I'm going to write myself a script and a blog thing. Potentially, yeah. I said yesterday I'll probably film today, but I've not been prepared to film. So I'm still in this weird like creator's block, and I think I just need to write my way out of it instead of thingy. And I might do some development work as well. It's a good opportunity to do some programming while thing is. Like, the problem is now, at work, I won't be able to do much programming. I think I've lost the ability to work on my own projects at work now that we're, like, restructuring and stuff, where, like, work is going to start ramping up again. There's going to be less free time. So, I've got to make the most of how much time I've got here as well. And also, I've got 4 days now. Sunday, that's why I wanted to film a video today, was because I've essentially got 4 days left here on my own. Unless I film a video in Nottingham. Because then, like, Laura's moving down and all of that stuff, so she's going to be here in my space. It's going to be harder to film videos and stuff because essentially you can't do anything while I'm filming a video unless she's in on the video with me. But yeah, so I'm going to try and write a blog down, and I potentially could film something next week, like in the week, or take my camera up to Dad's and film stuff on the Saturday or even the Sunday, even though I think he's around, which is awkward, but we'll see. We'll see. I might even be able to, if I can get this blog written today, I might even be able to film it today. But I'm not trying to push myself into... I know if I were to film something, and I know I've been saying I'm going to film something for weeks now, I know that if I was to film something, I would start editing it and then hate it and delete it because it's rubbish and boring and doesn't really have much point. And there's part of me that's like, what's the point in ramping up the main channel again? Like, the reason I want to ramp up the main channel is because there's going to be a couple of videos that I want to make for it over the next couple of months. When Laura moves in, we're going to do like a Q&A, and we'll do like, I'm going to make a main channel video about moving house, about like my placement, about stuff like that. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk about in videos, but I'm kind of like waiting for them. But then I'm also like in September, October time, that's basically going to be it for the main channel, unless Laura carries it on her own, which I doubt, or like she does half of the work for it, because I just won't have time for it. And even if she does do half of the work for it, she needs Atlas, and I need Atlas. So, but we'll see. We'll see how things go with the main channel. I'm trying not to give it an early death. But yeah, it's like a couple of things dawned on me the other day, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a good thing to write about. So I'm going to write about it. But yeah, still replying to comments. It's so much reading. So much reading. It's slamming it down. Look at that rain. Yeah. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Happy birthday. I'm watching, I'm about to start some vlogging. I'm hoping for this bloody bacon to hurry up because I'm pretty hungry. More nothingness has flown by, and I'm just getting ready to cook some dinner. Well, I say getting ready. I've already put it in. Taking a bit of a gamble this week. I've kind of frozen something. I'm not technically sure you're supposed to freeze, so we'll see. It might come out like really watery, in which case I've got to do like an emergency beans. I'm cooking myself steak, chips, and a gratin, summer vegetable gratin. Gratin. And I'm cooking my steak. This steak here, look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. That steak does, no boys. On my griddle pan. Oh yeah. Oh, feel how heavy that is. Fuck. Just someone's come in here, just bang around the head. That's it. I wouldn't even be able to swing it. Legit wouldn't be able to, not with my left hand anyway. It's pretty heavy that. Oh dear. It's friggin' cast iron. because that's what you need. That's what you need in life. Cast iron. I want cast iron baking trays. That's what I want. Because my baking trays are really cheap and really crap. But I think Laura's got some baking trays. She's bringing baking trays down there. But yeah, I've just been watching spooks and watching podcasts and stuff. I tried to write a blog. Wasn't going anywhere. Because I'm the worst human being alive, basically. That's what it boils down to. Cast iron conducts heat like a mother trucker. This handle is absolutely untouchable. It's so hot. Jesus wept. So yeah, you think like because I'm doing the onions at the moment, sticks there, resting. You think because it's like this enamel kind of thing, this blue and not that colour, you think I'll be all right. No, it's not all right. Don't be silly. I'm hoping this gratin's all right now. It doesn't say don't defrost, don't freeze it. That's usually the code. Is they have to say it's not freezable now. It's not the other way around. So we'll see though. I may end up having beans. Who knows? Now, look, I think with the exception of the gratin, which looks a bit gross, that looks like a delicious meal. So enjoy. That was a delicious steak. The chips were really nice as well, and the gratin went down a treat. It's there. That's vile. That stuff is disgusting. I don't think I realised what gratin was before I actually had it. Oh, it's a little ginger cat. Should I try and kidnap it? Should I let it in? See if it wants some gratin. Hey crew, so just finished, well, I finished dinner a while ago, whatever. But I'm trying to do a proof of concept here. I'm trying to implement a way of, so that I can, like, preemptively, what do I want to do? Figure out the best way of preemptively, building... no, I'm trying to preemptively build into my program the ability to do it multi-threaded, in a multi-threaded fashion. But to do that, I basically, because I'm relying on the same kind of tools between all of the threads, I need to find out if those tools are multi-threaded. So I need to figure out whether MS Build is able to build two different solutions essentially at the same time. But the problem I have here is that my computer is too fast. So I just can't physically run this quick enough. This is never going to work. If I can't do this without holding you, I can't do it by holding you, can I? Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. You ready? So, chip, go. Well, it goes red. This one went red there. Why did it go red though? Through a lot of errors, didn't it? MS Build. The name build accessor does not. Okay, well maybe not. Does this work on its own? Build failed, look. Is that because it was... Oh, fuck's sake. It was on its own though. No, it just doesn't work. Happy birthday. So MS Build can't build the chess solution then. Crap. It looks like it can, in theory, build stuff. I've just got to figure out why it won't build it now. Because it builds in Visual Studio. Happy days. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, it's going to need some debugging that to figure out. Like, I was using the Visual Studio XE devenv to do my building stuff, but it makes more sense just to use MS Build. I guess does it use VS Build then? I don't know. It's weird that it throws an error. It throws an error because it can't find a certain thing. It's not valid in the context. But when you build it within Visual Studio, it's like, oh, do. It's fine. Yeah, it throws a hell of a lot of style cop errors because obviously it's not, someone else wrote it and they're crap at style cop stuff. But the thing is, right, I just contemplate having a glass of wine. I'm not going to have a glass of wine because I don't want to start a bottle. Even though I can save it fine with my wine savers, I don't, it's a bit wasteful because I'm not sure, like, you know. But I put off having a treat because I bought blackcurrant juice, squash, whatever people call it. And it's just not very nice. It's just not good. I'm more of a summer fruits kind of guy. So, there you go, there's your Jamie Ped trivia. Fucking hell, happy days. Yeah, today though is my relatively, because we're going to have a busy week. I think I said that last week as well. We're going to have a busy week this week because I've just been like trying to figure it out with like Laura or whatever. She said like, what are you doing this week then? Celebrating your last few days without her moving in. No, not really, because Monday I've got to go shopping, as per usual. I'm thinking of walking to shopping because I don't need anything. So I may as well walk, I may as well save some petrol. Not that it really matters because I'm about to empty my tank. So, YOLO. But yeah, I was going to walk over to there, and then I'm going to bring her up and talk to her on the phone, on the blower and whatnot. By the time I get back, it's late, make my sandwiches, go to bed, basically. On Tuesday, I'm giving you the heads up now so you don't have to watch. The only thing that could be different here is the fact that I will be at work, and anything could go on at work at this stage. So, Tuesday, work, obviously come back. It's my only real evening off, so I've got to do a clothes wash, change my bed, change towels, get rid of this. Then it's my only relative night free here, so I'm going to do some cleaning, maybe like hoover up a little bit, clean the bathroom. I only really cleaned the kitchen yesterday because I was lazy. And I think that's about it, really. And then on Wednesday I've got to service my car and pack my bags. So, and then on Thursday I get home, eat and roll out. You go, that's it. Really quick stuff. So, yeah. I'm going to try and figure out why this doesn't build. Because it's going to cause me some issues if it doesn't. Well, I could use VS build. Well, MS test run as well. I don't know. We'll figure something out, won't we? Yeah, that's weird. It builds fine. Oh no, maybe it doesn't build fine. Maybe it only builds fine because Visual Studio built it. Yeah. That's weird. That's really weird. If you rebuild it, it goes bang. I think it's building it in the wrong order. I think that's what it's doing. It's trying to build the tests before it's built everything else. I think that's what it's doing. Because, yeah, it must be. It fails to build the tests. But I don't think it builds anything else first. Oh man, why? Turns out you can build things with devenv.exe, but it only outputs to a file. Because why not? Because why the hell not? So you can build this project that won't build in PowerShell. I've lost it. It was ages ago now. The project that doesn't build in PowerShell does build by devenv.exe. It's just all hidden because you've got to export it to a file so that you can see it, which is exciting, isn't it? But yeah, so if I was to go like this now and just build it, it means that it will go, wait for it, bang, oh, there it is, there, let's scroll so it's easier to see, do it again. This is awkward. Bang! Yeah! So, right, that's possible then. I can't tell if it's double threaded or not, but oh well. Either way, it's only the building process then that might be slowed down. Like, it's because there's going to be a chance where I might end up. The amount of mutations you have to run through on this, it'll be retarded, absolutely bona fide, stupid to go. Oh, let's change this one thing. Build. Test. Take the absolute mick. You want to go, right, there's 10 things. Go. Build, 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 build. No. Test, 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 test. Fail, fail, fail. Bang, 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 bang. And then just work it like that. It's going to be much better to be multi-threaded than it would be to go through and... Because if you've got a huge system that takes forever to build, you can say, right, build, change it. Build, build, build. You can queue up loads of them. Or you could get them to chain and shit like that. So while that one will build. That's probably the best way, isn't it? That one will build, that one will build, that one will build once they're finished. And then run the tests while the others are building, and then you've just got like a constant slew, I love that word, slew, of stuff to test, so like that. Cool, well I've kind of proved that kind of works. MS build at the very least thing is, so why is Visual Studio better? I guess Visual Studio wraps around MS build and just makes it cleverer, maybe? I don't know. But is it better? Well, arguably I don't need to see this output. I need to have some visibility of it from within Visual Studio. But knowing if it failed the build, it might just throw an exception. We'll have to just test stuff, won't we, as we go. Right, let's do some actual programming then instead of proof of concepts. Chris just commented on my video. Look at this geezer. Hello. Hello, was this? Hey? Hello. How's it going? Man. Yeah. Photo bombers, eh? Or video bombers. Who could? Swag. Didn't even notice I didn't watch this video back. I probably did actually watch that bit back because I was testing the difference between the audio. I just never noticed. Oh dear. I just find it really hard when I'm designing software to try and figure out like where I'm designing this, but I know how it's going to be implemented. I know like that this is how I'm going to, like this section here, I know how the thing that calls this is going to work. It's basically just, it's going to be dumb. But it's deciding whether things like the constructor should do stuff or there should be functions that do it. And then if there are functions that do it, should it return its output or should it keep the output? And then you have to, it should really return it, shouldn't it? So why does it store it? There'll be no reason in the future why it would need to store it, would it? I doubt it, because then you'd just call in and get another one. So yeah, it doesn't need to be stored. I'm trying to figure out, like, so things like that source configuration. It can't. No, it does make sense to keep that because you don't want to change it halfway through. The source configuration is set by the arguments as you call in, so you don't want to change it halfway through. It's because I'm imagining this designed like click fire and it does everything automatically. So there's no interaction. I'm not like I'm building APIs or stuff like that. So it's kind of weird for me to go like, what? Well, what's in charge of what really? Like. What I need is the core needs to... Yeah, at the moment I'm building it so that the items on the core kind of do all the work. Well, not all the work, but well, they obviously do all the work, but the core is basically dumb. It just goes, oh, I'll have one of them, please. And then that does all the work. It shouldn't do that. It should have some... There should be things being passed about. That's how services work. If you're going to build it using a service model, then you've got to pass things around. You can't just say, create me one of them, and that goes off and does a load of things that you wouldn't expect it to do if you were creating it. That would be silly. So, yeah, alright. Right then. Let's get down and do this then. Cool, I've just talked to myself and argued myself into it, and that's what I'm going to do. But then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video now. It's 9:30, so it's not late at all, but all I'm doing is sitting programming. Today has been a pretty boring day. This weekend's been a pretty boring weekend, to be fair. I haven't really done anything. I feel really guilty for not really doing anything as well. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this programming. I'm going to render you out and get you uploaded and all of that good stuff. And I'm dropping it. Oh, there we go. Got it. But yeah, so like I say, this week is going to be a relatively busy week. I'm also maybe using CarCam this week as well because I am driving in and I don't have to walk from the car park anymore. So no more windiness as I walk in the morning. I'm parking in the main car park. Because Paul's not in for a week. New teams should be exciting. We should have a relatively exciting one. Well, I say exciting. It should be an interesting week because we get to learn new team dynamics and all that kind of stuff and get to know different people and all that exciting stuff. But I think the workload is relatively boring still because we're just kind of just not really doing much. We're just kind of having meetings for the sake of having meetings. That's what I get. But yeah, we also go live with the DMP the end of this week, so there may be some work around that as well. That hasn't been forgotten. But yeah, I'm going to get going, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching this video. I make myself a cup of tea. I have so much tea at the weekends, it's unreal. I'm like chain drinking it. I'm like a chain smoker but with tea. Thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you later.